Wello'come YouTube! Today I'm gonna show you how to set up a quarry. Because it's extremely simple, yet a lot of people don't use it, but it's super efficient. So what do you need for a quarry? Of course you need the quarry itself, and as you can see it's set up a frame to dig down until bedrock. You need some kind of transportation like transport pipes. You should use landmarks because you see this is the normal size of a quarry and the maximum size is a square of 64 blocks, and as you can see this is not a square of 64 blocks, so you should use landmarks, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to use them. You need some kind of energy. I'm gonna use a ultimate hybrid solar panel and storage, of course. So yeah, we're gonna use a Tesseract too. I'm just gonna show you how it works, but I'm not gonna explain the Tesseract itself, just how to use it with a quarry. So first of all, we got to find a spot. Where's our center? You know, pretty much where we start. And as you can see, I'm at 0, 0. Normally I would put down a waypoint, you know, just to remember the coordinates or write them down, but 0, 0 is pretty easy to remember. So we're gonna go 64 blocks in this direction. As you can see, the set coordinate is rising and I want to go until 63. We got it soon, don't worry, and here we are. Of course you don't place it on the 64th block, you know, it won't connect as you can see. Simply for the reason, it's only 64 blocks wide, and if you think about it, if you place the landmark here and a landmark 2 blocks away, there are actually 3 blocks used. That means if you want the maximum size, just add 64 blocks to your starting point and subtract 1. So we are at 63 right now. We got 2 landmarks down and we only need 1 more, so we are gonna go into the X direction, 63 up as we learned just now, and there it is. I'm gonna place down the landmark and right click it, it connected, and now we only need the landmark in the beginning. You know, sometimes it doesn't connect, you just have to re-click it. Here we are. Oh well, I didn't place it at all, so that's why they didn't connect. And it didn't work. That's great. Okay, I fixed it. The problem was that we already connected 2 landmarks and I couldn't click this one. You just have to remove 1 torch and place it again, and as you can see they are all connected without a landmark on the 4th spot. Just keep in mind you have to keep your height. I'm always on Y90 and well, if it's a different height they just won't connect. So the next step is to place down the quarry. I'm always using the corner, it's just a bit more simple, and as you do this the landmarks will drop on the floor. Since it's just a redstone torch and lapis, well, you probably don't need to collect them. I do it because it's just annoying to remake them every time, but do it as you want. So we got the quarry down, we got a huge field the quarry is gonna work with. The next thing we need is some storage. As soon as we give it energy, it will just go on and waste items. So there are 3 ways we can do it right now. First of all, of course, is just placing a chest next to it, and that's actually what I do in the first place, because when I start a modded server I always farm my quarry and then I place a chest next to it, and you know, I don't have a lot of energy, so it's not going on fast. I've got time. Next thing you wanna do is use transport pipes. Of course you don't have to use golden transport pipes, it's just faster, and place a lot of chests down on the floor. For example, if you want to go AFK or just overnight, that the quarry can keep on working. Just remember, if you're playing single player, the quarry stops as long as you're not locked in, but it goes on as you come back. So the third way to send out items is with the Tesseract. I'm gonna place it down the last because I don't know if the Tesseract just soaks up all the items or if it's split by 3, because if you have a chest right here and a chest back here, it's gonna divide it by 2 and send some items here and some items here. So let's place down the ultimate hybrid solar panel. I'm just using this so you can see what's the maximum speed of the quarry. and it's not getting any energy because I have to connect it, but that's no problem because we got the red net cables and they connect with pretty much anything. So let's place it on the top, and the ultimate hybrid solar panel on it on top of it. And as you can see, it's a pretty cool animation. These red dots, they destroy blocks, and the harder a block is to or the longer a block needs to be destroyed, the more red dots will fly to a block. But normal blocks will take 3 red dots, as you can see, and what it's doing right now is just destroying all the blocks that are within this frame, because it's only gonna dig down and collect the items that are underground, or let's say below the frame. Everything that's within the frame gets destroyed, and you gotta say it looks extremely cool. Oh, and a nice feature I forgot to talk about is the chunks that are mined within the quarry are loaded. So you don't have to place a chunk loader like in the past. They are loaded, so don't worry about anything going, for example, leaving the chunks. The quarry will go on. You don't have to mind this business. Let's be honest, this will take a while, so we will just use this small quarry. I mean, it's doing the same, just in a smaller frame, so all we need now is the solar panel, and it's going at maximum speed. You can see how the red dots remove the blocks, and we are ready to set up the frame, and it's gonna start mining, and you will see that the chest will fill up equally, more or less, and there are some blocks in. Okay, well, it's not equally, it's just putting all the blocks into the crystal chest. I guess it's wise to use a Tesseract, because you don't want to take all of the items out of the chest, you know, going over to the chest and back to your home. So we're gonna place in a Tesseract right next to the quarry, and we're gonna say use the channel 1, because I already set up channel 1, and you should first of all do nothing and send items. Well, actually you should know that's frequency 1. Let's see what we did here. Okay, it's already receiving items, so yeah, it's using frequency 1, it's receiving items, and we have to tell the Tesseract right here to send items. That's important, but it's using the same frequency, which means that they are connected and items are gonna get into this chest. Of course, you can put your power source right here, so I'm gonna remove it over here, and it should stop working, well, as soon as the RF is empty. So now it stopped working, and what you can do now is tell him to receive energy. Okay, you see it right there, and we're gonna go over. I hope it's okay that I went out with escape, and we're gonna tell him to send energy, and now it's starting again. So you can see that's actually pretty smart to use a Tesseract, since, well, you only need 2 blocks with the quarry, and you can transport it to anywhere you want. You should use a chunk loader to keep the chunk loaded wherever your Tesseract is and receive the items. Otherwise, this Tesseract will just fill up and throw the items for some time. Or, for example, if you're using pipes next to the Tesseract, they will fill up until the maximum and explode, and all the items are at the ground, because I have no idea how many items a Tesseract can take until it stops, or if it ever stops, I don't know. So yeah, you can see this huge quarry takes a long time to just remove the blocks, and it will take much longer to mine the blocks. I mean, it's a huge area we are doing here, but here's just a small area, and it's pretty fast going down. So soon we're gonna get some diamonds, but I guess this tutorial has to end right here, because I showed you everything I wanted to show you. I hope you liked it. See you the next time. Stay awesome, and bye.